Okay, so now we're going to look at compositions of functions within a table. So we can see we have our x values here and we have our y values below. So what we're going to do is we are going to, again, we got to plug 2 into g first. We're going to see what we get for y, and then we're going to evaluate that value for f. So this is the same thing as f, and then we're going to find the g of 2 first. Well, where is the g of 2 when x is 2? Ooh, let's change this. This should be g of x. Sorry about that. We don't have a function h here. So when x is 2, the value for y is -3. So now we're going to evaluate the f of -3. When x is -3, what is the value for y? It is 11. So again, we have to work through these kind of slowly. This is g of f of 2. So we're going to evaluate the f of 2 first, and then we're going to plug that in to g. So f of 2, when x is 2, our value of f is 1. So this is the g of 1. Now we're going to go, where is x1? When x is 1, the y value is 0. This is f of g of 1. So now we're going to find the g of 1 first. When x is 1, the value of g is 0. So this is the f of 0. And then when x is 0, f is 5. So the value of f of g of 1 is 5. G of f of 3. Again, we're going to plug 3 into f first, because that's what comes first in this composition. I go to where x is 3. I can see that y is -1. So we're now going to evaluate g of -1. When x is -1, y is 0. So g of f of 3 is 0. We haven't seen this one yet, but this has f of 3. So I'm going to plug in 3 to the function f of x, and we're going to see what we get. So when x is 3, f of x is -1. So f of 3 is -1. So now we're going to evaluate the f of -1. -1, when x is -1, the value of f is 7. So f of 3 is 7. And now g of 1, we're going to plug 1 into the function of g of x. When x is 1, y is 0, or g of x is 0. So now we're going to evaluate the g of 0. And when x is 0, we can see that g of x is 2. So the g of 1 is 2.